You can have perfect editing, a beautiful thumbnail, and a voice like a radio host, and still pull 200 views. Meanwhile, a video that looks like it was made in 10 minutes gets 1 million. The difference is almost always one thing: the idea. Almost everyone gets this backwards. They obsess over the thumbnail, the editing, the gear, the delivery, and they treat the idea as the thing they figure out on the way to recording. It is exactly the opposite. The idea is not part of the video. It is the thing that decides whether the video ever had a chance. Here is the proof you have already seen with your own eyes. Polished, well-made videos that completely flop, and rough, ugly, barely edited videos pulling hundreds of thousands of views. A strong idea can carry a weak video. A weak idea sinks a great one. That is the whole game, and once you accept it, your entire job changes. You stop trying to save bad ideas with better editing, and you start finding ideas so good, the video almost cannot fail. So in this video, I am going to give you the exact methods to find those ideas on demand. Not once, not by luck, repeatedly, counting through the ones that actually work, from the foundation to the cheat codes. One honest note before we start: none of these methods require talent, and none of them require you to be creative in the way people usually mean it. Finding viral ideas is not about sitting in a dark room waiting for inspiration to strike. It is a process, closer to research than to art. The creators who never run out of ideas are not more gifted than you. They just know where to look, and they look on purpose instead of hoping. By the end of this, you will know exactly where to look too. Method 1. Start with who you help. Before you hunt for a single idea, you need to know what you are hunting for, and this one step saves you from weeks of wandering. Most people search for ideas with no target, so every idea feels equally random and none of them stick. The fix is a single sentence. Who do you help, and what do you help them with? Answer that, and the ideas have somewhere to land. It does not need to be your final niche forever. It just needs to be clear enough to move fast. Someone helping burned-out office workers move into skilled trades has a completely different idea pool than someone helping new parents cook faster. And that clarity is what makes the later methods work. When you know exactly who is on the other side of the screen, you stop asking "what should I make?" and start asking "what does this specific person want?" Once you have that sentence, everything downstream gets easier. A clear audience turns a blank page into a target you can actually aim at. You can even hand that sentence to an AI tool and ask it for the main topics and keywords your audience searches, just to get a starting list. But the sentence comes first. Skip it, and every method after this gets 10 times harder, because you will be collecting ideas with no way to judge which ones are for you. A quick warning here: do not spend a week agonizing over this sentence trying to make it perfect. It is a starting point, not a life sentence, and it will shift as your channel finds its footing. The goal is only to point yourself in a direction so you can move. A rough sentence you can act on today beats a perfect one you are still polishing next month. Write it, accept that it is version 1, and get on to the actual idea hunting, because that is where the real work happens. Method 2. The outlier method. This is the most powerful method on the list, so if you take one thing from this video, take this. Here is the idea. Pick 10 to 15 small channels in your niche. Not the giants, small ones. Go to their videos tab, and do not sort by most popular. Just look at their recent uploads and their normal view count. You're looking for one video that massively outperformed everything else on that channel. A channel whose videos normally get 500 views, and then suddenly one hit 50,000. That gap is the signal, and it means something specific. When a tiny channel gets a giant video, the channel didn't do that. The topic did. A small channel has no authority to push a video that far. So if the algorithm pushed it anyway, it was because the demand for that exact topic was enormous. You have just found a proven, hungry audience, sitting there waiting. There is one more thing that makes it even better, and it sounds strange. The uglier the video that went viral, the better the signal for you. If a badly made video with a lazy thumbnail still pulled huge numbers from a small channel, then nothing was carrying it except the idea. Think of it like a hot dog cart. A mediocre hot dog sells out instantly if you park it in front of a crowd of starving people. The food is not the point, the hunger is. A viral outlier is a crowd of starving people, and now you know exactly where they are. So find 3 of these, minimum. Then, you make a better version. Better thumbnail, better title, better content, same core idea. You are not guessing whether people want it. You already have the evidence. There is a small tool that makes this far faster. a browser extension that shows a channel's subscriber count right on the search results page, so you can spot the mismatch at a glance instead of clicking into every channel. When you see a video with a huge view count sitting on a channel with almost no subscribers, that is your outlier, and now you can find them in seconds. A rough rule to aim for is a video pulling at least several times more views than the channel has subscribers, because that ratio is what tells you the topic reached far beyond the creator's own audience. Build the habit of scanning your niche this way once a week, keeping a running document of every outlier you find, and you will never sit down to an empty page again. The evidence is already public. Most people just never think to look for the gap between the views and the audience that produced them. Join now my school community to learn all about faceless YouTube channels. The link's in my description, and it's where I go deep on all of this. Come join us. Method 3. Steal like an artist. The outlier method finds you a proven idea. This next method turns one proven idea into 10, and it is the fastest way to never run dry. The move is simple. You take a video format that is clearly working, anywhere on YouTube, and you point it at your own niche. You're not copying the video. You're borrowing the shape and pouring your own topic into it. A video like asking millionaires how they got rich becomes asking top creators how they hit 1 million subscribers. A video like the mistakes beginners make in chess becomes the mistakes beginners make in your niche. The format already proved it holds attention. You are just aiming it somewhere new. This works because certain structures are universal. A list of mistakes, a things I wish I knew, a ranked comparison, a day in the life. These pull in every niche because they hook a basic human curiosity, not a specific topic. Find a format that works anywhere, and you can run it in your niche forever. But here's the line you cannot cross. Change the angle, do not clone the video. If you copy the exact title and thumbnail, you are just a worse version of the original, and viewers feel that instantly. The skill is taking the proven shape and adding your own twist, your own angle, your own extra layer of value. You can even feed a few viral titles to an AI and ask it to break down why they worked, then spin 20 new versions with a fresh hook. The tool finds the pattern, you supply the taste. And there is a second, quieter version of this method that most people miss. You do not always have to change the niche at all. Sometimes the best move is to find a strong video in your own niche and simply do it better, or add the piece it was missing. If a popular video covered a topic but left out a key step, or explained it poorly, or is now a few years out of date, that is an opening. The audience already proved they want the topic. You are just giving them the version that video should have been. Improving on a proven idea is often easier than inventing a new angle, and it works just as well. Method 4. Mine the comments. The next place to look is the one almost everyone scrolls past without seeing the gold in it. The comment section. Every popular video in your niche has a comment section full of people telling you, in their own words, exactly what they still want. People don't just watch videos. They leave their unanswered questions right there in the comments. Someone asking when part 2 is coming. Someone asking how to do it on a phone instead of a laptop. Someone pointing out the one thing the creator left out. Every one of those is a content gap, and a content gap is a viral idea waiting to be claimed. If one person typed that question, thousands are searching for the answer. They just could not find it, because nobody made it yet. A fitness video where someone asks for vegetarian protein options is telling you to make exactly that video. A tutorial where people ask for a cheaper alternative is handing you your next topic. The beauty of this is that you are not guessing anymore. Guessing is where most creators live, hoping a topic works. Here the audience has already told you what they want, which means the demand is confirmed before you film a single second. Go to the biggest videos in your niche, read the top comments and the questions, and keep a running list. If it is too slow by hand, an AI can read a whole comment section and rank the most requested topics for you. Either way, the answer is sitting in public. There is a deeper reason this works so reliably. When a person takes the time to type out a question under a video, they are not the only one who had it. For every single person who comments, there are usually hundreds or thousands who wondered the same thing and said nothing, then went looking for the answer somewhere else. That comment is the visible tip of a much larger, silent demand. So you are not making a video for one commenter. You are making it for the entire hidden crowd standing behind them, and that crowd is already searching. It is one of the closest things to a guarantee that this platform offers. Method 5. YouTube search suggestions. This method takes you straight to what people are typing, which is the purest signal of demand there is. Go to the YouTube search bar and start typing your topic. Then just add a letter and watch the suggestions appear. Every suggestion YouTube shows you is a phrase real people are actively searching for. Type your niche, plus a single letter, and the autocomplete hands you a list of exactly what the audience wants, ranked by what they search most. Then you narrow. A broad suggestion like best camera settings splinters into best settings for low light, best settings for beginners, best settings for a specific model. The narrower the search, the less competition, and the easier it is to rank. Those long, specific phrases are where a small channel actually stands a chance, because you are not fighting every big creator for a broad term. You are answering a precise question, most of them ignored. Why this works so well is that search demand is honest. A trend can fade and a guess can miss, but a search is someone actively looking for something right now. Build a habit of harvesting these suggestions across your niche, and you will have a list of proven, low-competition topics longer than you could film in a year. It costs nothing, it takes minutes, and it is pulling directly from the audience's own words. One more layer makes this even stronger. Pay attention to the suggestions that phrase things as a problem or a question, because those carry the most intent. Someone typing best settings is browsing. Someone typing why won't my settings save is in pain and looking for a fix right now, and a video that solves that exact pain earns a click and a grateful viewer. The more specific and problem-shaped the search, the more likely the person watches to the end, because you are answering the precise thing they came for. So do not just collect suggestions. Sort them by how urgent the need behind them feels, and start with the urgent ones. Method 6. Build an audience profile. The methods so far pull ideas from the platform. This one pulls them from the person, and it reaches emotions the data alone will miss. Take a blank page and write down everything you know about the person you are making videos for. What excites them, what they're afraid of, their dreams, their problems, the questions they lie awake with, not topics, emotions, and situations. This is a different kind of research, and it surfaces ideas the search bar never will. The strongest column on that page is fear. Ideas built on a real fear tend to hit hardest, because fear is a basic human trigger. The fear of starting and looking foolish, the fear of a channel dying, the fear of choosing the wrong setting and ruining a video, the fear of running out of ideas. Each of those is a video, and because it speaks straight to something the viewer already feels, it pulls them in before they even decide to watch. The dreams column works the same way in the other direction. A viewer who dreams of hitting their first 1,000 subscribers will click a video that promises exactly that outcome. When you write down what someone deeply wants and what they deeply dread, you are not brainstorming random topics anymore. You are reverse engineering the videos they were always going to click, because those videos are about them. This method also pairs beautifully with all the others. Once you have your audience profile written down, it becomes a filter for everything else you find. An outlier video, a search suggestion, a comment gap. You run each one against your list of your audience's fears and dreams, and the ideas that hit one of those emotions jump straight to the top. The data tells you what is proven. The profile tells you what will actually move your specific person. Put the two together, and you are not just finding viral ideas. You are finding the viral ideas that are right for your channel, which is a much shorter and much more valuable list. Join now my school community to learn all about faceless YouTube channels. The link's in the description. If you're serious about this, that's the place to be. Method 7. Trendjack early. This method is for speed, and it is how a brand new channel with no audience can catch a wave far bigger than itself. Trendjacking means riding a topic that is exploding right now, so you borrow its momentum instead of building your own from nothing. But most people do it wrong. By the time something hits the trending tab, it's already too late. The wave has passed. You do not want the trend everyone can already see. You want the one that is just beginning. So you look upstream, where trends are born before they surface. What people are arguing about on social platforms today. What a community is suddenly buzzing about. Catch a trend as it's rising, not after it's peaked. The people who made videos about a major new tool in its very first week saw enormous numbers. The people who waited 2 months got almost nothing. The topic was identical, the only difference was speed. And that is the rule that matters here. In trendjacking, speed beats polish. The moment you spot a rising trend that fits your niche, you move. You do not wait for the perfect script or the perfect thumbnail, because a fast, rough video on a rising trend will outperform a flawless one that arrives a week late. This is the one place on this list where done today genuinely beats perfect tomorrow. A word of caution though, because trendjacking has a trap. Only ride the trends that genuinely fit your niche and your audience. It is tempting to chase whatever is exploding for the easy views, but if the trend has nothing to do with what your channel is about, you will pull in a crowd that leaves immediately and never comes back, and that confuses the algorithm about who your channel is for. A trend is only useful to you if there is a real bridge between it and your usual content. When there is, move fast and take the wave. When there is not, let it pass. Borrowed momentum is only worth it if it carries the right people. Method 8. The evergreen problem solver. The last method is the opposite of trendjacking, and you need both. This is the one that keeps paying you long after upload day. Trends spike and die. Evergreen topics never die, because they answer a problem people will always have. Viral topics get you subscribers. Evergreen topics get you views while you sleep. Think about the questions in your niche that people asked 5 years ago and will still ask 5 years from now. How to fix a common problem. How to do a basic thing better. Those searches never stop. Why these matter is search. An evergreen video ranks and keeps bringing viewers in for years, long after a trend would have died. It might not explode on day one, and that is fine, because it is not built for the spike. It is built for the steady stream that shows up month after month without you touching it. That is the foundation a channel actually stands on. To find these, look for the recurring questions people type into search, the how do I and why does phrasing, and there are free tools that will list exactly what people ask around any keyword. Then you build the mix. Viral and outlier videos give your channel its spikes and its growth. Evergreen videos give it stability and income. Lean only on trends and you live and die by the next hit. Add evergreen underneath, and you build something that holds. Think of it like building a fire. The viral videos are the kindling that flares up fast and bright and pulls people in. The evergreen videos are the logs that keep burning long after the flash is gone. A channel built only on kindling is a series of bright moments followed by silence, always scrambling for the next spark. A channel with evergreen underneath keeps generating views and subscribers quietly in the background, so every viral spike lands on top of a foundation that is already growing. That combination is what separates a channel that had a good month from a channel that keeps climbing for years. A word before you start. Here's the honest part. Having a list of ideas is not the same as having good videos. Every method here gives you proven topics, but a topic only opens the door. The idea gets the click. What happens after the click, the hook, the pacing, whether you actually deliver on the promise, decides whether they stay. So do not treat a good idea as the finish line. Treat it as permission to do the rest of the work well. And do not overthink the collecting. The point of these methods is not to admire a giant list of ideas. It is to pick one that is clearly proven, make a genuinely better version than what already exists, and publish it. The ideas are everywhere. What's rare is the person who actually acts on them. Most creators stay stuck in the thinking phase, hunting for the perfect idea forever and never shipping. You now have more ways to find ideas than you could use in a year. The bottleneck was never the ideas. It was action. There is also a simple system that keeps you out of that trap. Do not hunt for ideas the same day you need to publish. Set aside one session a week purely for collecting, run through these methods, and dump every proven idea into a single running document. Then, when it is time to make a video, you are not staring at a blank page under pressure. You are just picking the strongest idea off a list you already built. Separate the finding from the making, and you'll never feel that blank page panic again. The creators who publish consistently almost all work this way, whether they say it out loud or not. So the next time you sit down not knowing what to make, you don't have to guess anymore. The answer is already out there. Run through the methods, find an outlier and study what carried it. Borrow a proven format and re-angle it. Read the comments and claim the gap. Harvest the search suggestions. Write down your audience's fears, ride a rising trend, and plant evergreen underneath it. One of those will hand you your next video in minutes, not hours. And notice what all 8 have in common. Not one of them asked you to invent something from nothing. Every single one points you toward evidence that already exists, proof that a topic works before you spend a moment making it. That is the real secret behind creators who seem to have an endless supply of viral ideas. They are not more imaginative than you. They simply stopped guessing and started reading the signals the audience leaves everywhere, out in the open, for anyone willing to look. Tell me in the comments which method you're going to try first. I read them. And remember the order of things. A proven idea gets people to click, but the script is what keeps them watching. So once you've found your idea, the next thing to master is writing the video itself. I have a full breakdown on that, and it is the natural next step after this one. Find the idea first, make it better than what exists, then publish. The ideas are already out there waiting. All that's left is for you to go and use them.